But among the stocks that are underperforming in today's trading session, specialty restaurants is one of them, down about 5.5% odd. And, they reported their numbers yesterday. The third quarter is seasonally a very strong quarter for the restaurant business because of the festive season. And this year, of course, there was the World Cup and there was, both Diwali as well as Christmas in the same quarter itself. Anjan Chatterjee, who's the chairman and managing director of the company, joins in now to explain why the EBITDA and the net profit of the company declined despite a 12% growth in the revenue. And that exactly is the first question, Anjan, because one was expecting, the third quarter to be a bumper quarter for the entire industry. In that, the operational performance disappointed the street a little bit. I think you're on mute, Anjan.
We'd like to hear you, Anjan.
Sorry.
Yeah,
as you know, we've been in this business for a long, long time, and we've seen ups and downs. So I would just like to say that although the quarter was the best quarter in terms of seasonalities, etc., but we've opened a few restaurants. When you open restaurants, you do not get the maturity of theirs coming in before at least 8 months to 12 months. So the EBITDA that you see going down, or overall performance not being as good as you would expect it to be, is primarily because of that. And as you understand that when you open 3 to 4 restaurants, new one, there's always a possibility that number of people who come to that destination, it's a new area, new destination. It does take time, and there's been we've taken a employee cost which has gone up because the fact that particularly each month that has been giving us an impact. In this month also, we had some incentives which were being given. So I think that it's just a kind of a fluctuation which has a strong rationale. But going forward, we are very confident of the fact that we will be able to build this momentum coming in. By the time the next quarters come in, these restaurants will become mature, and then we'll have the new restaurants opening. So in this particular period, you can expect that the EBITDA is being delayed in terms of breaking even and new restaurants. So growth phase, you will always see a difference from the fact that last fiscal, we did not open any restaurants. And this time, at least on an average, 3 to 5 restaurants, we intend doing it on the Oriental space, mainly China, Asia Kitchen. And of course, the international expansion, which is now we're opening in Muscat. There'll be one again in Doha. So this consolidation will keep on happening. So I'm not at all worried about this. It's just a temporary factor.
All right, just hold on to the thought, Anjan. You have a big exclusive that's flashing for us on the screen as we speak. We'll do the conversation we were having with Anjan Chatterjee. Apologies for that, sir. We need to address the live markets out there. But give us a few more details. You were talking about various openings that you were looking at as well. But I just wanted 2-3 details. One is you have raised close to 120 crores, in the last few months or so. What was the utilization of funds? And also, since I'm looking for some margin guidance, could you tell us what could that number look like, a broad number?
See, as you know, I can't tell you the forward-looking numbers. However, the number of stores that we intend having, we've already had 4 of them. In the next quarter, you will see 2 opening up. And next year, that's next fiscal, we intend doing this particular, by the March, we'll have 2 more of them starting. And we intend doing, there is a very strong discussion which is going on for an acquisition which is in the similar space, same space, I would say. And because, the raising of the funds, I always believe that you should raise funds when you don't need them. But we had a plan allocated that both in terms of internally, we've been running this business for over 30 years. So we had to also renovate a lot of these restaurants. For example, Andheri West, ICC in Pune, and also in Bangalore, Calcutta. So there is also an allocated fund for that. We have a plan in place, plus the kind of new restaurants that we intend opening, the Asia Kitchen by mainland China, and the space of episode, which is becoming a 2 and 3, wet-led ones. So the rest of it is being looked at as an acquisition opportunity.
All right, we take that point, with regards to you renovating restaurants, opening new restaurants, etc. But you whetted our appetite, not at your restaurant, but with your answer about this acquisition. You said you're in advanced talks for an acquisition, potential acquisition in the same space. One, can you define what space? Is it restaurant as a larger space, or is it some Chinese restaurant, or one of the other chains that you operate in? If you could define the space, and secondly, give us the kind of size that you're looking at in terms of acquisition.
Difficult. As you know, I'm not supposed to speak about this as a blackout period. But I can tell you this is in the similar space and a Chinese space. And also, the size will not be a big one, big in the sense it will not be something to the extent of 500 crores or 1,000 crores, but definitely a humble, good profit making. See, one of the things is that we've been getting mandates from a lot of people, and they want to be a part, and they want us to be associating, not as money bags, because we have the opportunity and we have the capability of being strategic partners. Lots of people can't grow properly and understand the business. We've done lots of mistakes, and we have a knowledge base and a large corporate bandwidth. So lots of people want to associate. So we don't want to go to anybody else and have an EBITDA minus case wherein we actually drag our balance sheet. So this has been finalized in the sense that principally we are agreed upon. It's just a matter of time that we'll be doing the final nitty-gritties around. So it's in the similar space of Orient.
Anjan, and we have got a date post officially announcing that you're going to be joining here on CNBC-TV18 to fill us in with more details of that. So I'm fixing up the date as of now. Mangalam and me will be looking forward to chatting up with you as and when you announce that. But and we don't want you to give us further details, but you could give us some guidance, right? What's the geography that this acquisition target is at? If you could give us that, at least Mangalam and me can set up our plans as well. So you could tell us that, point number one. And what could the revenue potential of this acquired unit be?
See, very difficult to, both the questions are very delicate and sensitive. But I can say this is India specific. The story is India. And we would be able to understand this coming across in terms of the numbers once we are actually, I can't, then I've already given you all the details, but definitely India-centric.
Is it a brand that both Nigel and I would know? Let's put it that way.
Oh, definitely yes.
Okay, finally.
Mangalam, you want to guess?
I don't know.
let's hold that.
Let's hold our guesses for now, because we might just misdirect people by taking a wrong guess. But
we have a date. That's clear.
It's a chain, or is it like just standalone restaurants?
Sorry?
Is it a chain? Is it standalone restaurants? Is it a cloud kitchen?
Because we can't just take one restaurant. It has to be number of restaurants and then a respectable turnover with a profit base coming in. So I think that it's all I have said is that. But I promise to you, I'm committed to come back to you and then do this with you and only you.
All right. On that optimistic note, we look forward to our date. And thanks so much for joining in, Anjan, and giving us all of those details. Mangalam and me are looking forward to getting to know more about this.
We'll keep both our forks and our chopsticks ready because it's the Asian food space. Thank you, Anjan, for joining in.
Well, slip into a short break, though. Come back, continue to focus on markets. Don't go anywhere.